I'm Ross Matthews, and trust me when I tell you, I cannot be more excited to be with all of you tonight. I'm usually at home watching too.
I've got reason to be angry.
I showed what a lying, cheating hoe you are. That ruined the whole trip.
We're in territory I'm not prepared for.
What was your first season of 90 Day Fiancé or spinoff that you remember watching?
The beginning. I remember watching the very first season. I mean, was the first season, was that Danielle and Muhammad? I mean, I go back to
I think they were
season
two.
one or two. I mean,
One
like,
was Russ and Paula.
I watched that too.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I've been there since the beginning and I loved the show. And then I got my husband into it right when we met, then the world shut down during the pandemic. And I feel that's when like really everybody got into it, you know?
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't know what to watch. I've watched everything. I was like, oh, I got you.
Yeah. You haven't watched this.
Uh-huh. And now I can't watch an episode without him
Yes.
because, you know, there's rules. You have to like watch together.
As a couple, do you have a favorite couple? Like a joint?
I don't speak for him because we're different. We enjoy different people. I definitely root for everybody. I really do mean that. I root for everybody. Of course, there are some people that rub us the wrong way or something as a viewer, but I feel like I'm even more invested in their stories sometime. Who are my favorite couples? I mean, by favorite, what I mean is like people who I'm like, I can't wait to see what happens next, right?
Yes.
Because there's no favorites. I love everybody equally. But, you know, anytime Big Ed was on TV, I was always curious what was going to happen next. That goes the same with Liz currently. Oh my God, there are so many. Of course, I talked about Danielle and Muhammad back in the day. I loved her. I loved when she was on The Single Life, right? When she was dating single. I love Colt's mom, Debbie. I'm so fascinated by her. When they put her on The Single Life, I was so thrilled. I mean, I could keep going.
So did you reach out about joining the franchise or did they know you were a super fan and come to you?
So I had never shut up. I'd never stopped talking about the show, whether it was on my social media, on the Drew Barrymore show, or in real life, you know? Even at the judges' table of RuPaul's Drag Race, I'm always filling Michelle in on the latest, right? And so there had been this relationship brewing in terms of just supporting it on social media, getting to go to some events, you know, meeting everybody. And then I don't know the inner workings behind the scenes, but I do know a conversation was started and I was like, can I tear down this door? Can I run in the hallways? What can I do to make it happen? If there was even a slight glimmer of an opportunity, I was like ready, able, put me in, coach.
You've definitely hosted multiple things, but this is a whole different ball game. Did you get any pointers from Sean Robinson on hosting a tell all for the 90 Day Universe?
You know, I have to tell you, I felt more prepared for this than anything I've ever done in my entire life. There's that saying, you know, prepare 10,000 hours for something. I had put in those hours just to watching the show. So I didn't necessarily look for pointers. I really went within. I swear to you, I took it so seriously.
Yes.
I watched every frame. I took notes. It was a different watching, like viewing experience. I was taking so many notes because I wanted to listen for the truth. I wanted to listen for BS because I wanted to really sort of press people, not in a mean way, but in a way that I wanted to get to the truth for the viewers, because that's what I want.
What was the biggest difference you would say from watching the tell all on TV to living one in real life?
This is so insightful. The biggest difference, I guess, how vulnerable they are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is not a storyline. There aren't writers making this up. These are these people's real life, you know? And so up close you see that they're fully formed humans. I know that sounds weird, but when you're watching, it almost feels like it feels you've kind of step back and you become an observer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you're up close, like I felt an added responsibility to get it right because like I wanted to give these people the chance to set the record straight or to clear the air or atone or take a victory lap if they felt the need, you know, because I don't know, they felt like they earned it.
Yeah. Did anyone like particularly surprise you?
Yes.
Can we name names?
I don't want to give anything away. I don't want to
Yeah.
mislead anybody. So I will just say, in terms of what you want from a tell-all, it's all there, right? We've got tears, we have shocking revelations, we have surprises, we have guests you don't even
Oh.
know yet. And do we have a walk-off?
Classic.
Yeah, I mean, we have everything you want from a tell-all. I'll tell you, I came home after that tell-all, and I told you I can't watch an episode without my husband.
Mhm.
My husband goes, "How was it?" And I was like, "Do you have 2 hours to sit down to tell you everything?" I went into this really wanting to deliver a great tell-all for the fandom, and I'm so confident you're gonna love it.
Oh, I can't wait. So you've previously stated no one on planet Earth or any other planet has been as dramatic as Jasmine. What was it like witnessing her and Gino's reunion?
As dramatic as you can imagine.
Oh boy.
Okay. So it's not an act, I will tell you. Um, when they're in the room together, there is an energy shift that
Hmm.
happens. It's they both are in their camps and they are both very passionate about their point of view. And I know what you'll see unfold is the next iteration of that. Like where are they now in their stories? They're still sort of inextricably linked for a while. They are.
Yeah. And then Gino also has this new love interest. What can you tell us about her?
It Gino's new love story is very Gino
Okay.
in that it is like complicated, um slightly odd, but sweet, but
I feel it.
very unique
Yeah.
and surprising in ways you don't see coming.
Okay. Then we've also got a couple of engagements we need to talk about that we'll be seeing on tonight's episode. So, what was your reaction when you found out Courtney and Phil are getting married?
Thrilled for Courtney because I love Courtney. Um, but what? A little intrigued. Like in my head, she was still sort of stuck in a murky situation with Colt, and um, I was hoping that she was finding her way. I did not expect it would be with somebody the same age as her parents. But I don't judge. I just didn't see it coming.
During the preview for the tell-all, we hear you say that she broke up with Phil because of Colt. Obviously, they're engaged today. What was going on there?
Well, that's what we had to get to the bottom of, right? Because that relationship that Colt and Courtney have is an interesting connection. What bonds them? What do we not know about their connection that Courtney just can't let go of Colt? And so, we get those answers.
I can't wait.
When I tell
And
you, it's
then
so good. Just so you know, it's so good.
I genuinely have been looking forward to this for months.
Hey, I feel like I want to watch TV with you. I feel
I
like,
want to watch TV with you.
right?
I feel like I have before
I
because
feel
of
like,
Drag
right?
Race and everything. I'm like, we're best friends. Uh, so we have to turn to Liz, who had a bit of a love triangle going on this season. When you found out who her fiance is, because we don't know yet, were you surprised?
Yes and no. I wasn't surprised that Liz was engaged again. She loves being engaged, right? Um, I am surprised. I'll tell you, I was surprised by a few things with Liz. One, that she was engaged. Two, um, that it was so quick.
Hmm.
And three, I was surprised by the level of connection that she had and maybe still has with Via.
Okay. Yes. Um, and then turning to Vanya and Tony, were
Mhm.
you surprised as well to find out that they're still together after she said she needed to end things during the finale?
I wasn't necessarily surprised that they're still together. I was surprised at the depth of the issues that we got to that they have. It's sort of the conversation sort of started like things are great. And then as we picked a little bit, we discovered that's not necessarily the case.
And what did Sanella kind of contribute to that situation?
Sanella, she loves to feed the flames
Yes.
with evidence.
That's kind of giving Izzy with Emma Perry in the last tell-all. So I always love to see a family member come in, and
Wasn't that great?
that was iconic. Like I would have done the same thing.
But like, I'm like, did you guys not talk about this before? You know, like they definitely came in on different pages, but I love that honesty. They're both so brutal.
Yes.
I love that. I would love to interview them one day. I love them.
Yes. Oh, they're the best. And then another, I think, shocking moment from this tell-all preview was this major feud between Colt and Jamal, which Gino even mentioned in a previous interview with me. What do they have to beef about?
Listen, tensions are really high in these tell-alls, especially this tell-all. It
Mhm.
feels like there's a lot to be decided in this tell-all, a lot of things that have been unsaid, a lot of unresolved anger. And I think that tensions were really high. People had things on their chests they wanted to get off of, and I think people reacted strongly to that.
Yeah, did you worry you would have to like get in between them or anything? Poor Kim in the middle.
Can you imagine if I just had like a little referee outfit on under my suit? I mean, I was prepared. I was prepared for anything. Uh, I knew it would never get violent or anything like that.
Mhm.
Um, at least I hoped that would never be the case. But you know, when you're in that chair, I found out really quickly you've got to be prepared for whatever comes up. You can know the storyline, you can know the characters, you can know the stakes, but emotion, that can throw everything for a loop.
Whole different ball game. Yeah. We also have to talk about Kim. She has had one of the most fantastic storylines this season, this spin-off, this franchise. But we don't see Wayne in the tell-all preview. What can you tease about her tell-all appearance?
Well, I think Kim had a lot to talk about at this tell-all because her storyline was so surprising and so emotional and so
Mhm.
revealing. So, in addition to her love life, there was a lot about her personal life that she um, owed some explanations to, right? And I will tell you, it is really emotional.
Yeah.
It really, really emotional. And we get into it, all of it. Nothing is left unsaid. And to her credit, she was
Yeah.
open book to talk about it. And it was interesting to work through all that and the deep emotions of that, and then to get an update on her personal life. And without giving you too much, I want to tell you, I think if anyone has earned some sort of potential happy ending, it would really be Kim. So
Absolutely.
I I am really excited for people to get the update on where she is.
Mhm. Yeah, the season ended on such a hopeful note with her. I'm just so hopeful going into the future that this is going to be the tipping off point to
I
something
will,
better.
without giving anything away, I will say you will get a detailed update on how
Perfect.
she is.
Good. And then maybe is there something viewers won't see coming this tell-all, or even you didn't?
I don't think it would be a great tell-all without some shocking revelations.
Absolutely.
And there's a specific revelation that I had to set my cards down because I was like, there's no way I could have prepared for this. And it affects it affects the group in a big way.
Wow. Okay. So we're seeing some interweaving of maybe some people's relationships having to do with this.
I will tell you, there's no way people can would have seen this coming.
Oh, I can't wait.
Mhm.
And then
Because I didn't see it coming. I didn't even
yeah,
know to think about it.
you've been studying up too.
If anyone would have seen this coming, it would have been me. I mean, I follow them all on Instagram. I'm in deep.
Are there any 90 Day stars you're still dying to meet?
So many. Um, I mean, I've met Stacey and Darcy, so check check. That was a two bird, one stone situation. I'd love I'd love to meet Molly. I love Molly.
Yeah.
Doesn't she seem fun?
She seems like a blast.
So fun. I'd love to meet, well, Emma is one I'd love to meet. I'd love to meet Rob. I feel like Rob is the
Yes.
epicenter of a lot of storylines, right? So
Rob
I'd
is
love,
always re-entering the chat.
yeah. I ran into Jovi and Yara
Mm.
in Puerto Rico when they were stranded there. And so we bought them a drink and I was like, just sit down. I want to talk. I want to talk. But honestly, I can't think of anybody in the 90 Day universe that I wouldn't want to have a conversation with.
That's so true.
Right? I mean, I've spent a lot of time with these people. They don't know me, but I have spent a lot of time. So,
I feel the same way.
yeah, even the ones that I'm like, do I like them? Well, I still want to talk to them.
Yeah, we
Mhm.
have things we need to dive into.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, this one's gonna get a little meta. So we
Go.
saw on this season of Drag Race, we had Mikey Meeks dress up as Drew Barrymore for Snatch Game.
Yeah.
To combine another one of your universes now, is there a 90s Day star you would like to see portrayed on Snatch Game?
Oh my God. Uh, I never thought about that before,
It came to me today as a vision.
but as I'm like picturing who could you do in Snatch Game from 90 Day, there's only really one name that comes to mind. It's Angela,
Oh, that's so true.
right?
Yes.
Maybe Jasmine. You could do Jasmine too. Um, but those would be the two, don't you think?
Yeah, no, I definitely see that. I was kind
Imagine
of
like
leaning Big
Eureka,
Ed
maybe Big Ed, but
would be
picture
a
like
good one.
Eureka doing Angela.
Oh, oh, that would be beautiful.
That would be beautiful. Imagine Valentina doing Jasmine, like just there's so and it was just off the top of my head, but like, those are the two as compliment. I mean, this is a compliment. Those
Yeah.
are the two draggiest people
Hmm.
from 90 Day.
No, and that's a good thing to be. Like, absolutely.
I mean, in
Yeah.
any scenario, that is a great thing to be.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
an honor to be portrayed in Snatch Game.
Wasn't that great with Mikey? And then we
It
had
was
Mikey on
so
Drew.
good. It
It
was,
was,
you were hoping to see it, and then it happened, and it was better than you could have ever imagined.
we made
Yeah.
that happen, and that makes me so happy. And I was so proud of how I'm just so proud of Mikey, but
Yes.
that was a really intimidating thing to do, to come on that
Oh,
show dressed as
absolutely.
Drew and then hold her own and have this conversation with Drew and not feel flummoxed and not, or at least not show it,
Yes.
she really was phenomenal.